Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingrove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for May 31st, 2024. We're starting to put a lot more pre-orders up on the website. We've kind of changed the way we've done that. So rather than telling you the 15 or 20 pre-orders we put up just this week, I am just going to tell you guys some of the highlights. I used to be a little bit more conservative on pre-orders, but as of this week, we've kind of changed a few internal things, and we're going to start taking a little bit more. We're going to start putting more pre-order options on the website. But some of the highlights from the pre-orders this week, they're doing a kind of a full police run for Synchronicity. They're doing a picture disc of the album. They're doing a 4LP Super Deluxe Edition box set. And then they're doing a CD Super Deluxe box set. So that is on the website for pre-order now. MoFi just kind of dropped without really telling anybody. They're doing Santana's Caravanserai, but this is actually kind of cool because it's just a straight single disc, 33 RPM MoFi title. Not super vinyl, not 45, not one step. There's not a lot of just basic $40 MoFis coming out anymore, but this is one of them. That is kind of tentatively slated for the end of June. Oasis, they're doing a definitely maybe Super Deluxe Edition box sets. I think it has some demos, some alternate mixes, outtakes, that kind of thing. It's a 4LP box set, if I'm not mistaken. That comes out August 30th. I also have a Whatnot later on today. Every Thursday, for the most part, I do a Whatnot, like a miniature one at 5 o'clock Arizona time, to where I auction off about 30 items. It lasts about an hour. There's like some Japanese Ozzy Osbourne. It's kind of a hodgepodge. A little bit of everything, a little jazz, some Beatles, Japanese Beatles stuff, I think. But if you click the link below, you can see what we have coming up for auction later today. And actually, I've started loading up future auctions. I'm going to do another big all-Japanese auction, and I'm going to do like a another first pressing auction where I auction off nothing but first clean, like really clean first pressings. So I've started getting those loaded in. Okay, before I show you guys the new arrivals, I will show you guys every week for the past month. I've been showing you guys some items that I'm trying to close out that I've been putting on the website at a discount to lose money on because I need the space. So here's one that I thought that would be really popular. This is, I know it's a CD, but it's by Phineas. You know, Phineas and Billie Eilish, they're kind of putting out big hit records. Billie has a big following, so I ordered a bunch of these Phineas CDs because they were autographed. And they were $13.99, and it's, it was his current album at the time, and it was autographed. So I thought this would be more popular than it was. So I have a bunch of them. Optimist. So rather than 14 bucks, I got it for $9.99. Tool, Opiate 2. This is the Blu-ray. Was 30 bucks. I've got it for $17.99. Reimagined an extended version of the Tool classic. It comes in like a really nice, like, cloth-bound book. That is on the website. We've got a whole sale section on the website. You can see everything that's available, but these are just a couple of highlights. These I just added to the sales section today. This is Bob Mould's Distortion box set. There's other, I think there was 3 or 4 of these boxes in the series, but this particular one I've got too many of. This is 1996 to 2070. It was 187 bucks. I put it for 100 bucks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums, 8 LPs total, and every single one of these box sets comes with an autographed screen print signed by Bob and the illustrator. So this is Distortion 1996 to 2007. Okay, let me show you guys this week's new arrival, starting with a couple of SACDs from Analogue Productions. Just came in. This is the Yes album, mastered directly from the original Analogue tape to direct stream digital. And their sparse code is interesting when it comes to SACDs. CD layer, AAD. SACD layer is AADSD. Okay, there we go. I see they're breaking up both layers. That's kind of what was confusing me there for a minute. There you go. So I've got the Yes album, and then I've got Yes's 90125. Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane. These are all the Monk titles that were just recently released. So these are, I want to say all of these, and I haven't had a chance to crack these open, but I feel like these are all just using the reissue metalwork that Kevin Gray did originally for the box set that came out. Essentially what they did is they took the box set that I think came out 20 years ago, and they made standalone discs. They were all analog cut from the master tape by Kevin Gray, so they're great sounding discs. They did everything that was in the box set, including this, which actually recently came out as an OJC. So you're probably good if you got that, but if you want the whole set, then you kind of have to get this. Well, we've got Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane. Now we've got a bunch of titles that haven't been reissued. Thelonious Monk at the Black Hawk. And they look really nice. I mean, they're tip-on jacket, single pocket, which I love. Brilliant Corners, fantastic Thelonious Monk record. Sonny Rollins is on this. This is a winner. Another great record, Monk's Music. Coltrane is on this. Art Blakey's on the drums. We've got Mysterioso. And then we've got Thelonious in Action. Really cool that they dropped this. The box set, unfortunately, that they issued, they didn't come with the jackets. They just came with 12 by 12 inserts. But I prefer, to be honest, I prefer something like this to be on my shelf over box sets anyways. I hate box sets. If I can avoid box sets, personally, I do, because you know the boat I'm in. You got to get the box sets. You got to open it up. Got to take the records out. You know, there's a lot more you have to go through to play one record. Here, you just have to pull the one record off the shelf. 5x5, 5 by Monk by 5. Excuse me. That is all 7 of the Monk titles. They did them kind of by surprise, all at once. Here they are. The next 2 titles from the Analogue Productions Atlantic 75th Anniversary Series. We've got Coltrane Plays the Blues, mastered and cut to lacquer from the original master tape. And then, yes, 90125. Ooh, this is numbered. This is 1172. Mastered and cut to lacquer from a half-inch tape copy of the original master tape on the sparse code. And then this is from the master tape. And then another analog, what is this, 7? This 10 Analogue Productions, 12 if you count the SACD releases this week. We've got Joe Walsh's The Smoker You Drink, The Player You Get. This is the 45 RPM version from Analogue Productions. They did a 33 of this in the past, but actually, what is this? Reissued by Analogue Productions in 2020. I've never seen that before. That's new. I wonder if they added that to these. Nope. They did a I could have swore they did a 33 of this. Did they do a 33 and a 45 of this in the past? I'd have to look it up. Okay, this was a former Record Store Day title, and I talked about it quite a bit for Record Store Day. It was one of the titles I picked up. That is Nat King Cole's concert from 1953, live at the Blue Note. Is this a modern-day audiophile recording of a live concert? No. But for 1953, this is actually pretty damn good. Really good. I really enjoyed this. I've listened to it quite a few times. Fantastic cover, big thick jacket, lacquer's cut by Kevin Gray. But be able to hear him sing these tunes live that early, it's a lot of fun. Our Job AFTAB. Word Job AFTAB, Night Region. This is the Indie Vinyl exclusive. And then we've got the Our Job AFTAB standard vinyl version, which I'm assuming is black vinyl. This is on Verve. And it is populating as an jazz LP, although this is not something I'm familiar with. I'm going to stream this. Jaco Pastorius, Invitation. This is something I'm familiar with, and this fantastic record. The master of the bass. I mean, just one of, if not the absolute best jazz bassist of all time. Fantastic. This is from Music on Vinyl. This is the limited edition red vinyl variant, limited to 1,000 copies. We've got John Lee Hooker, 1977 live. The Cream. That Sunday looks pretty good. Okay, this is a 2 LP set from Culture Factory, originally issued on Tomato. This is an import of Bruce Springsteen, The Best of Bruce. Let's see, 18 classics, 2 LPs on Atlantic Blue vinyl. Ringo Starr's Crooked Boy. This was another Record Store Day title, wasn't it? For Record Store Day, they do Record Store Day first. Record Store Day first means it's going to be out on Record Store Day, but then it's coming out in the future. Most of the time, the Record Store Day first, they come out on standard black vinyl versus a colored vinyl for Record Store Day. The Nat King Cole, to me, looks just like a reissue. I believe this came out, I'd have to look, but this might have came out as a colored vinyl issue when it came out for Record Store Day. We've got Bat for Lashes, The Dream of Delphi. So this is the standard vinyl version, and I also have the indie vinyl version. Let the Canary Sing. This is a Cyndi Lauper's. This is Cyndi Lauper's, I think this is a greatest hits. Yeah, career-spanning collection. Features 13 iconic tracks, but it has, you know, Girls Wanna Have Fun, True Colors, I Drove All Night. Kind of a, not necessarily the greatest hits. It really is just the comp, because there's some hits missing there. So this is kind of a, yeah, a sampling of her catalog, really. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, greatest hits. Single disc, this is a greatest hits. REM's Fables of Reconstruction. I'm not familiar with this, but when I saw this, I'm like, ooh, that looks really good. I'm going to have to give this a listen to. So this will probably be one of the records I pick up this week. Raul Gomez's entrancing 1977 instrumental album presents a unique blend of orchestral disco and jazz funk with Afro-Cuban flavors. From Mr. Bongo, which seldomly lets me down. We've got a 50th. Oh my God, that's a lot. 50th anniversary of the Guess Who's American Woman on a limited edition translucent blue vinyl. This is from Sony. The Guess Who, Share the Land. What's all this Guess Who? The Guess Who, So Long. I'm guessing we just maybe ordered a bunch of Guess Who for some reason. Does this all come out at once? The future is what it used to be. On Cleopatra. Maneskin, Chosen. This is a 12-inch EP. Wonder if is this copyright infringement? If you do a cover and you've got the Rolling Stones logo on your t-shirt? How's that work? Any lawyers chime in? I feel like that could be a problem. You don't see that very often, you know, and anytime you see bands do stuff like this, there always seems to be the correction copy that comes out later, you know, the recalled copy. I'm thinking of the Sufjan Stevens, for instance, with the Superman on the front. Manskin, Tetro Diara Volume 1. Diara? Tetro Diara Volume 1? Maybe they're getting a reissue catalog. I'm not sure what's going on here. El Ballo della Vita. You know what? I know what happened. Maneskin Rush. Okay, so what happened was Vivian came up to me. She does customer service, works front of house here. And she's like, you're old. You need to get this band. This band is really popular. People ask about this record all the time. I'm like, all right, order it. So I'm thinking that's what happened. She ordered it all. JPEG Mafia, All My Heroes Are Cornballs. This is the limited edition black vinyl, retail exclusive. What does that mean, retail exclusive? Is this like an indie exclusive, but only on black vinyl? JPEG Mafia. This is a LP special retail exclusive yellow vinyl. Two LP. From the Culture Factory, Classic Latin. Orchestra Broadway, Passaporte. Christopher Cross. What's going on here? Did I order this? A Night in Paris. All right, Christopher Cross, A Night in Paris. Ride Like the Wind. Oh yes, this is I guess this is from Ear Music. They do a lot of like former DVDs and put out the vinyl variant of it. Made in Germany. How do you guys like yacht rock? You too can be sailing your living room sofa, listening to A Night in Paris by Christopher Cross for $35.99 at theingroove.com. Damn Yankees. Self-titled from Friday Music. Becky Hill. Believe Me Now. This is a limited edition splatter vinyl variant. And this is the limited edition cream vinyl. I'm assuming they're all limited editions, but yeah, here we go. Styx, Paradise Theater. I've seen Styx twice, and I've seen Dennis once. Dennis was great. I think I had more fun at that because it was also a really small show. He didn't really pull that big of a crowd, and he was fantastic, man. He really, for an old guy, you know, some of these older performers, it's like they're doing it to get a paycheck. You could tell, like you go to the concert and you're like, oof, that guy should be on the beach. This might not be for him. But sometimes, every now and then, you'll get a performer and like, wow, that man, like, this guy likes doing this. It was like that when I saw OMD. I saw Berlin, B-52s, OMD. Berlin was good. They were having fun. OMD came on. They just absolutely loved it. It was awesome. The show was awesome. They put a lot into it. B-52s came. Phoned it in would be the nice and polite way of saying it. They were there. They wanted to be paid. My opinion, they were out of there. You could tell like the fun was gone. It wasn't long after that that they announced they were retiring. From Music on Vinyl, we have Puddle of Mud, Life on Display. The Tragically Hip Road Apples from Music on Vinyl. I feel like I've got a box set of them as well, from them as well. Thievery Corporation. I'll be seeing them here coming up soon. This is from memory. I feel like this is pretty much a Bossa Nova record. It's been a while since I listened to this. I'm pretty sure this is just like a straight Bossa Nova record. Originals of this are quite expensive. Before the reissue anyways. I don't know about now. Probably come down quite a bit. Davy Jones, Incredible. This is on blue vinyl. First ever vinyl reissue of the Davy Jones rare 1980 album. It is pretty rare because I've never seen an original of this. Not come through the store anyways. Rare doesn't always equate to desirable. I'd have to look. It could be rare and $5. Kenny Chesney's Born. A.T.'s Golden Hour, Part 1. Chelsea Wolfe, Birth of Violence. Uh-oh. It's Lavender Eco Mix. You know, Eco Mix, it's up to you. If you're Billie Eilish, it's good. You might like this too. The Bikini Kill, yeah. From Bikini Kill Records. Crowded House, Gravity Stairs. This is a standard vinyl variant, which I'm assuming is black. Luis Miguel, Busca un Major. He does not have his shirt on either the front or the back of this record. He is not topless in this. This is an import. I'm trying my best to get, they're just now getting around to actually putting Latin music, Spanish music on vinyl, at least in the United States. This is from Mexico. Looks like this is actually manufactured in Mexico. It's muy importante. And I'm not going to attempt the rest. But apparently what's below this is very important. Interesting. And it's been actually really successful. I mean, we're in Arizona. There's a huge demand for it, and people are digging it. Actually, Vivian, speaking of, she bought that record herself today. She might have been the one that ordered, to be honest. Ben Platt, Honey Mind. Lucius, Wild a Woman, the new recordings. Brandy Carlisle's on this. We've got Dreamer Boy, Lone Star. The Marias, Submarine. I got a restock of a couple of Analogue Productions titles I'll share with you, and actually some other stuff. For instance, everybody asked me about this. This is the 50th anniversary Diamond Dogs from last week. Got a big restock in. This week is going to be restock mania. I got pallets and pallets and pallets of restocks coming from everywhere. It's going to be a busy week. Okay, restock of Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. Keep in mind the Analogue Productions Atlantic 75th Anniversary Series titles from Phil Collins were pressed once and they are done. Chad has come out and said he does not have the license to do them again. Get them now because they aren't going to stick around for years. Everything else in the series should have a normal cycle of 3 years, maybe longer. I don't know the details, but he has come out and said the Phil Collins are limited. Ahmad Jamal at the Pershing, but not for me. This is from Argo. I have not had this in quite some time. This is a restock that it might have been a couple years since I've had that. Restock of Dr. John's In the Right Place. Man, this title sounded fantastic. I played this quite a few times. I'm not even really a huge Dr. John fan, but it does sound really good. And Right Place, Wrong Time is a good track to start the album off. Sets the mood. Otis Redding's The Dock of the Bay. Absolutely another phenomenal sounding title from this series. Really, really good. And that is it for this week's new arrival video. You can buy all this stuff online at theingroove.com. If we run out of something, put a restock notification in. You'll get a text message as soon as it comes back in stock. People seem to call, especially a lot the last couple of weeks, and say, hey, are you going to get this back in stock? We're going to get everything back in stock if it's available. You know, we kind of eyeball, guesstimate what we're going to be able to sell in a couple of weeks' time. Sometimes me, order too much, sometimes too little, hence the, you know, the half-off box sets. Sometimes I don't order enough, sometimes I order too much. If I don't order enough, I reorder it the following week it comes in. But yeah, until next time.